Hi, everyone. I'm Amori Amin, and welcome back to the Inner Eyes. We are on episode 10 on this journey on the Yellow Brick Road. Before Dorothy ever meets the wizard, she's already been introduced to everything that she's looking for, not all at once, not in a way she fully understands, but in moments, in encounters, in interruptions, four times. And each time she meets something she doesn't know that exists just in Oz, it exists in her. The journey doesn't begin with an effort, it begins with an impact, a shift, a disruption, a moment that once existed but no longer does. The Witch of the East is gone before Dorothy even understands what happened. There wasn't a battle, there wasn't a strategy, she was just gone. And that's how awakening happens. Not because you worked through something, but because something in you shifted. And what once held power over you, what once took charge over your life, no longer does. I know that you've been in moments like that, as I have, where something you believed just stopped making sense, where a pattern that you lived in completely collapsed, not slowly, but instantly. And you shouldn't go back to seeing the way that things were again, even if you could. That's not healing, that's awakening. And then almost immediately, something responds, not outside of her, but in reaction to her. The Witch of the West doesn't appear randomly. She appears because something has shifted. Because now there's movement, and movement creates resistance. She doesn't trust Dorothy. She watches. She threatens. She waits. She reminds her, I see you. I'm coming for you. This isn't just fear, it's the part of you that was comfortable with who you were, that part that benefited from your patterns, the part that says, why are you changing this? Why are you leaving this? This is when you're about to level up and everything suddenly feels harder. When you're close to clarity and confusion increases. When you're doing something new and suddenly doubt is loud. And that part of you doesn't show up to stop you, it shows up because you started. And then there's something else, quieter, less dramatic. It's easy to overlook it if you aren't paying attention. Glinda doesn't chase Dorothy. She doesn't control the path. She doesn't remove the obstacles. She appears. And then she asks, who are you? Where are you going? She doesn't give Dorothy answers, she gives her directions. And then she lets her simply walk. You felt this, that moment where you just know. No proof, no explanation, just a quiet certainty. And because of this familiarity, you can follow it or you can choose to ignore it. It's up to you. Guidance doesn't need to be loud, it needs you to be still enough to hear it. It needs you to find that place inside of you, that quiet space, so that you can hear and receive the voice that is giving you clear direction. And then at the end, there's a moment that doesn't feel like discovery, it feels like recognition. In the book, Dorothy learned something simple. She could have gone home the entire time. The Witch of the South comes in and gives her that acknowledgement, gives her that inner knowing, gives her that word, that confidence, that opening. Not eventually, not after much more effort, not after becoming something else. She was that the whole time. This is the moment when you stop searching outside of yourself. You stop waiting for permission. You stop thinking something is missing and you realize nothing ever was. The journey didn't give you anything, it showed you what was already there. People look externally for validation, they look externally for acceptance, they look externally for something that is always inside of them. What did the maestro say? the maestro I'm speaking of, Michael Jackson, where he says, I'm starting with the man in the mirror because it exists in you always. So before Dorothy ever meets the wizard, she's already awakened, she resisted, she's been guided, and then she's brought back to herself, the true self, the mind, the emotion, the spirit, all present, all active, nothing is missing. She doesn't know it just yet. And this is the part that matters because you've already lived all of this. You've already had something fall away. You felt resistance and rise. You've been guided, and you've had moments where everything made sense. And still, you may find yourself searching for something outside of you to confirm what you already know. And this is the inner eyes, where the journey isn't about becoming something new, it's about remembering. It's about remembering what has always been there, what's in you, what comes through you will always shine and be the true you. So, this is the inner eyes, and I'll see you on the next journey on the yellow brick road.